Hello everybody. In this video we're going to talk about one nice feature in Microsoft Excel that I personally explored lately. Um, so this is because it's in a place where uh, I was not interested in exploring what is in. So the place is here when you open the home page. I usually am interested in either opening a new file or opening an existing file. So I usually go for blank workbook and I never take a look at what is here. But actually what is here is impressive. This is where you can find templates that are ready-made. Um, they can do a lot of things. You just need to put your data and it's gonna take care of everything, or you can just get information out of it without doing any calculations or adding any data. You can find here some of them. These are kind of most used or the most famous templates, and these are the templates that I used lately. I just opened this for you just to see what it does. So it is kind of very nice for people who are kind of starting to use the software. So it's giving you some hints and some tips and information about the software. So it's actually made very professionally, and there are many links and kind of things that are making it easy for the user to understand and to grasp the information that's in there. So it's talking about the basics about the addition, and then the next step it is the summation, the sum, and then the average. And there are many things that we have already discussed in this series that are being shown here. And I personally wish I had known about that early, because it would be very helpful. It would have been very helpful for me. Anyway, so there are something about dates and times, and joining text and numbers, and about if statements, VLOOKUP, conditional functions, and many other things. So this is kind of free tutorial that you can have without doing anything, just by opening it and exploring what is in there. There are other templates that you can find here. There are some about medication logs. There are so in this case, if you have medications that you take regularly, it kind of tell, or you can put the times that you take your medication. If you have you're going on a trip and you want to track your spendings, you can do this here. There are many templates. I haven't explored most of them. I just checked some of them, and there are put under some big titles. So there is the business. It's kind of more about the money, and dealing with money and the products and the kind of sales and stuff like that. There are some about the personal. Again, it's like the medication logs and the loans and other things. The schedule, the weekly schedule, and so there are many other things that you can do. I personally urge everyone to explore them. I found them really helpful, and the reason I am opening these is or what actually made me know about them is this file, which is the periodic table, and it just popped up for me, and I was kind of curious to know what it is this file doing. And in case you cannot find it, you can always use the search bar here. You can type the periodic table, and it's gonna do some search, and these files are not installed with the software, so it might take a few seconds until it downloads it from the internet. And this file, it's actually impressive for me. It includes a lot of links, like the thing that we mentioned before. We have here some tabs, and each tab is opened using one of these links, or you can directly go from this link to the other. It's showing the periodic table as a whole, and then it is comparing the element properties. There is a sheet for chemical compounds, and there is a sheet for compound properties, and there is a quiz, and there are kind of a sheet for more data if you're interested. So let's see what we have here. The impressive thing here is that you have the periodic table as a whole periodic table, and you can search for an element. So let's say I'm looking for titanium. So if I type TI, it's gonna open all the files that it's gonna highlight all the cells or all the elements that have TI in the name. So if I say TIT, so it's only titanium that here. So it's giving you the file or or showing you the location of the element that you are looking for. You have here some numbers below each one of these element names, and you can and this number is actually one of the properties of the elements, and it's available for all the elements. I'm very happy with this because sometimes it takes me a lot of time to find properties of some elements. They might not be available online easily, or I need to do a lot of search, but they're all here available with just a click of a mouse. So the electron affinity, for instance, and the reason I'm doing this because it's kind of very related to the chemical engineering things. You might be in need to find some information about one of the elements, and this is going to be a very good resource for you to find the information. The You can find some informations also about the abundance, about the electron activity, electron affinity, the discovery year. You can know what year each element of these was discovered. So it's pretty impressive actually. For here you can find all the elements in the periodic table. If you click on this mouse, we'll talk about this button in more details in the next video, but it's gonna show you informations about the atomic radius. For instance, you can pick the atomic radius, and it's gonna show you all the atomic radii for all the elements, or the available atomic radii that you have. And there are many other more information, so you can pick whatever information that you are interested in, and you can find it for the melting points for all of them is here. So it's very nice. You have here some compounds, and for each compound you can find some information, like the I don't know, there are many things. The chemical composition, I think you can find it. You can find the melting point. You can find any information that you might be interested in. Here's some properties of compounds, and there are some like sample quizzes that you can test your information. And here there are more tips, and this is again what we're gonna discuss in the next videos. Again, I urge you to explore these templates. Feel free to search for anything that might jump in your mind, and you might find some templates that will be helpful in this case. By the way, the Gantt charts that we discussed before, oh, it's not here. I'm sorry, I'm searching somewhere else. There are many forms of Gantt charts, and we saw before how we can do this, and these look more professional than the ones that we did before. So again, just spend some time in exploring it, and you'll find it very helpful. I hope it helps, and I'll see you in the next video, inshallah. Goodbye.